from strict regimen to having everything planned out to these guys are crushing 5 guys after the game. And I immediately was like, welcome to roller.
Right, in and out trips.
Right.
Beat it.
Welcome to Roller. So speaking of welcome to Roller, welcome back to Chirps and Bearings. I'm your host, Alex Kaiser. I realized that on all the other episodes I never introduced myself. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself this time. I'm Alex Kaiser. I'm currently play for Freewheelers on Sunday, and the tournament team is the River Rats that I play for. With me today, I've got my co-host and All-American manager, Ian Mueller. Ian, who do you play for?
The Car Shield 35 AA team.
All right, okay. And with us today, man, I'm really excited for this episode. We've got Mr. Connor Bradley. Connor, man, so what teams are you playing for right now? Welcome to the show, by the way. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it, Kais, and appreciate it, Ian. Currently, I play for Car Shield Blast Pro, and then Wednesdays up here at All-American, and I play with the boys Jaft.
Jaft, man.
Got a good group with the Jaft boys, and been playing with them for about, probably almost 3 years now.
Right on, man. And so the Freewheelers, we just moved from Wednesday nights to Sundays, and so we were always playing against you, man. And I got to say, like, I hated when you're not on the floor, and I love it when you are on the floor because of what you bring to the game. It's just, dude, you make me better. So, like, I appreciate it, man.
Goes both ways, guys.
Man,
sure.
I appreciate that. And this trophy behind us, this is going to be a staple in all of the episodes. But this was actually the Fall Classic that we won. Actually, I was on the team with Connor. Picked me up in the gold division. My first hardware in the gold division, so that's why it means that much to me. But and Ian too. I gotta give
not to toot my own horn, but GM baby.
Yeah.
I got the two talking, and then the wheels just started rolling.
I was gonna say, do we go in the story about how that all panned out?
Yeah,
why
not, man?
Point.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely.
So I mean, we were Fall Classic. Ian was telling me, hey, you got to put a team in, and as everyone knows how hard it is to get a roller team in, whether it's a month out or a week out, it's impossible.
Even a year out.
Yeah, like no kidding. So, I started asking all my typical guys, hey, can you play Fall Classic just a couple days during the weekend right before Thanksgiving? No. Everybody's a no. So I'm telling Ian, I think you were actually filling in with us for a period, right?
Yep, it was just a period, yep.
Yeah, so Ian's over on the bench, Kai's is on the bench just sitting down watching our game, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, Ian, like, I think we're out, man. Like, and he goes, well, why?
Yeah, I remember you're like,
well, what the hell, man? Like, why? And I'm like, we have no goalie. I got
two players
guys.
and no goalie. And I was like, well, here's a goalie.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he was like, yeah, I think I'm free. He's like, let me talk. And so
yeah, I was like,
I instantly sent over the phone number, like, all right, here you go. And then, a couple other guys were like, hey, we're wanting to play. And so then I'm sending them X, and he's like, all right. And then next thing you know, their squad's just rolling.
Yeah. So. Tough start. We didn't win a game in the round robin, did we?
No, we went 0-2-1.
Yeah.
2 ties and a loss, which in tournament play, if you're not familiar, it does go OT. There is no OT. It ends in a tie.
Right.
And then, Ian, you might be able to speak to this. Again, is it goal differential that kind of sets the teams apart then?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was but we knew that going into Sunday, we knew that we had made the playoffs.
Right.
So we kind of used that Saturday as just like, all right, let's buzz with the boys, and then we'll go into Sunday. And what was really cool is, like, and this is some, like, behind-the-scenes stuff for me, is, like, I was super excited to play. Like, so excited that, like, I just had that mentality of, like, dude, we're going to win this thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to win it with this team. Like, playing with the guys that I had in front of me, honestly, like, this is great. Like, we're going to win this thing. And then we went into Sunday, and sure enough, man, I mean, they were hard games.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But, man, like, and actually it was this crease that the final bell rang.
Right on.
And we were like, we're champions.
Hell yeah.
And so we got the trophy. And so, again, it's been – so I think this podcast will be one of the production teams is going to be called South Jeff.
Right on.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
Just because, again, that team was so much fun to play on, and I just was so grateful for the opportunity to play. So, okay, so Chirps and Bearings, right? I got to start off with the usual questions, right? What is your favorite chirp that you've either used or heard somebody use in a game?
Oof. That's a tough one.
And I'm sure that you've heard a lot.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I used to be the big chirper.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, back before Ian actually got me over here to ref, I was definitely had a few screws loose. I'd be going nuts in game. I was a little aggressive, but once I started reffing, I feel like I was able to put myself in perspective, see kind of like what I was acting like, and I'm like, okay, we gotta change some things up. So personally, now I'm kind of try to be friendly out there until you get in a corner with me, and then might give you a little cross check to the back or whacking the laces, something like that. But I usually try to keep my mouth shut, and then it's mostly, call me childish, but I think mocking is the most influential chirp, or laughing in somebody's face. Like someone's going at you and you start laughing and smiling at them, nothing pisses a guy off more.
Yep.
So honestly, I'm not the one throwing the chirps. I'm usually the one taking them. And I love that way because you just laugh at them and they have nothing to say. It's like, don't buy. I don't like buying into it, Like,
Yeah.
why draw myself out of the game? Just try to chirp, going at guys when I can just stay focused, get them off their rocker, and play my game.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that is very true. Like, not getting a reaction from a guy, right? Like, and I try to be that way myself. Like, don't show the reaction,
Right.
because that's only going to egg them on, man. It's going to piss them off even more if I show no reaction. I love that, man. Yeah.
I will say though, in men's league, one of my go-to chirps is, "Hey, we all got to wake up tomorrow. Let's relax." Like guys are getting going in
Oh,
men's
my
league.
God,
It's like,
yeah.
hey, like, come on, boys. Like, we got to wake up in 5 hours.
It's very true.
There's no scouts in the stands.
Yeah, there
It's
you
like,
go. Exactly.
who you playing for?
Yeah.
That's that's very true. I think I've heard you say that. I think I've heard you be like, dude, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday league. You've said
Right.
that to a guy on my team.
Probably.
Yeah.
But like I said, I try to always keep it nice and cordial with guys out here because, hey, we're all just trying to have fun, get a good sweat in.
Yeah, yeah. Now tell me, what about like when you're playing in those pro tournaments?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit more heightened for you? Or do you try to kind of stay the same across all levels of no matter where you're kind of playing at?
I mean, for sure. I mean, how I play out here, men's league, it's completely different. I mean, in pro, stay-at-home defenseman, shut down, make the easy first pass, give it to the forwards, let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Out here, I'm trying to do a little extra, have a little fun with it, do stuff I wouldn't do in those pro tournaments.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I keep that same mindset. Like we were talking before, no one likes to lose, whether it's
Yeah.
men's league or pro. But my role on the pro team is kind of keep everyone level-headed, just reminding us, like, hey, why are we here?
Yeah.
We're here to be with the boys, have a good time, but also win some hockey games.
Yeah.
Prove people, we're a young team, proved all these people that, hey, we belong in this division.
Yeah.
And over the past few years, I think we've really turned some heads and gotten teams, people, spectators to see that, hey, like, this team belongs, like, they're legit. Whether age is a factor or not, we're here to stay, and we're looking to turn things a little around this year and win a few more hockey games.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing like what you guys do in some of these tournaments, man. That's really cool. And there's a bunch of guys at that level that, like, I want to have on the show. I also want to, I want to have basically anybody that's willing to come on and share their story. But again, there's just so much good talent coming out of St. Louis that, like, again, this just makes sense. So all right, so let me ask you now the next question, man. Like, what's the bearings, wheels? Are you a gear snob? Are you someone that's like, man, I gotta have my, Kojo was his Lebeda Slimes.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm a Lebeda Slimes guy.
Right.
So tell me, man, are you I got it. If I'm not
Yeah.
playing with these bearings, what's your setup?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too picky. Like, I was an ice guy growing up, so I really never understood how much that mattered until honestly last year. And I found the setup I like the most. I mean, I always tell people rink rat. It's the way to go.
Rink rat.
Heavier guy like me, roll through, the slimes, the Connex wheels, just rip through them in a month. But the rink rats, I'll tell you what, I mean, I got some vibes on right now, pink vibes. Had one for 4 months, play 2 to 3 times a week. No issues. They're
Yep.
phenomenal. Same thing with bearings, rink rat all the way. Just clean them out probably once a month, and they're like new.
Yeah.
Their product is phenomenal. They take pride in it, and help people out where they can too. They're always looking to give away promo codes, stuff like that. So they're a great brand, great company. Couldn't say more good things about them.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, Rink Rats, we're gonna be reaching out to you, man. Maybe send us, because what I'd love to do with this is eventually do like a Chirp of the Week thing, and like, hey, if you win Chirp of the Week, you get a free set of bearings,
Right on,
free set of wheels, right? It's put on by Lebeda, Rink Rat, like so. So until they pay me, I'll bleep that out.
I love it.
Now, what about stick setup? What kind of flex are you? Curve? What are you rocking with?
So stick, pretty. Not really. I wouldn't say I stick to one curve. Definitely stick to one flex. I'm 85.
Okay.
Will never change. I just said like I'm a bigger guy. I like my 1Ts. So a little bit more flex there helps me not break sticks. Those sticks aren't free anymore. But right now, you could say I've been gatekeeping the new sticks I've been using. So they're only website only, prohockeystick.com. They ship from Canada. They take about 3 days to come in. Phenomenal. It's not an all black stick, but they have a little bit of they spice up a little bit, throw some colors on there, throw their logo on it, and I couldn't say more good things about them. They, for the price, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Curve, I was on P29 for years. Pretty much growing up my entire life. Switched over to P28 as of last year. Haven't turned back since. I love it.
Okay.
A little bit more of a hook, but helps me when I can, because my hand, I could use any little bit extra curve for my hands, and my hands are bricks.
I would go ahead. I would disagree with you there, but anyway, what about, all right, man, tape job? Are you like a man? Like no tape.
I would say knob. People definitely would call me crazy. I go with the skinny tape on the top, just probably about 200 times around the very top, just so my hand doesn't come off my stick, and then no tape on the blade.
No tape on the blade.
I was going to say my knob's about the same, just the small knob to where you don't slide off, because all the sticks are grip now, so you don't really need the old school all the way down the shaft like that used to be. But
yeah. Well, I think that like the tape jobs are always interesting to me, right? I'm a goalie, man, and I don't play the puck.
Yeah.
It's like for me, I put tape on there to kind of preserve the blade a little bit. Yeah. It's cool to see the marks. But for me, it's like I've never skated out.
Right.
So clearly, you got some guys that live and die by, man, if my tape isn't taped this way.
Yeah.
Versus like, man, I rock no tape.
Yeah. I would say you see a lot more different blade tape styles in ice. When you get to roller, people can disagree with me, but I think no tape's definitely the way to go. With the type of tile, I feel like the tape job on the blade creates a little bit of extra friction there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then with no tape, I feel like whenever you guys know how much the puck rolls in roller hockey. It's a little bit easier to settle down without tape. But that's just from my experience.
Yeah.
I know everyone has their own way. That's probably why you're asking the question, right?
100%, man. Everybody's got their own thing, and and I also think that as a hockey player, man, superstitious.
Yeah, for sure.
What did that famous quote from The Office, Michael Scott, dude? I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. It's all about these routines that we get into, man. Because I know I got my own game day routines, all the way down to my meal before every game was 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
That's
awesome.
Pretty insane.
It
works.
Yeah. Hey, man,
yeah. I would have never
works,
guessed that was where you were going with the 2 cheeseburgers.
Dude, 2 cheeseburger meals, no onions, a
you're
Coke and a
16
fry.
again.
There we go.
Dude, man. Well, it was my way of rewarding myself, right? I'm gonna go sweat my ass off.
Oh, after
and
the
I'm
game?
gonna go before the game.
Oh my god.
I'm almost eating before because I know.
Loading it up.
But if I show up to the rink less to the rink less than 30 minutes before game time, I'm super anxious.
Right.
Super anxious. And again, everybody's different, man.
Yeah.
And it's so cool just to hear different people's perspectives and because I think last episode we talked about, the guys that skate in right before warm-ups.
Yeah, literally showing up game
Just
time.
shame, yeah, right? Not even getting a skate in, just raw dog, just going straight out to it. So, so I know that your story's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't start playing roller until, 2020, I think you said?
Yeah, when I started really getting into it, I'd say, I'd play a tournament here and there back when I was 12, but just maybe one or two, and it was one tournament, and that's it. So,
Yeah. So you were playing ice. How old were you when you started playing ice?
I was probably 4. I was
4 years
young.
old. Okay.
Yeah, I started out skating ice up at Steinberg over in Forest Park, and then Dad put a stick in my hands and never turned back.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's so cool. So growing up, you're playing, man, and as we know, St. Louis, right? I think hockey, just in general, has it always been what it is, or is it kind of because again, I didn't grow up in the community, either community ice or roller.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what that community looked like for you growing up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd say the ice community, it's what it is today. It blows my mind. I mean, when I was growing up, you had 2 Central States team, which is like high-end AA, 1 AAA team, and now we have 2 really good AAA programs, 4 or 5 high-end AA programs, and then million A programs. Like it's grown so much, and it's so cool to see. I think when the Blues won the Stanley Cup, it definitely helped out a lot. I think ever since then we've seen the game grow exponentially from what it has in the past. But that's the thing about the community, whether it's ice or roller, it's such a tight-knit community.
Yeah.
I mean, the people you meet, whether it's ice or roller, I mean, most of the time they're phenomenal people. I still talk to guys I learned to play with at 4 or 5 years old. Like, I'm serious. I still talk to them, and I think that's something really special. You don't see a lot of that in other sports, but hockey something sticks. Just you may have a little bit of extra connection somehow. I don't know. I wish I had the answer, because if we could do that for everything, it'd be a different world.
Oh yeah, man, that's very true. So, like any other kid, man, right? Like, who are the players that you were watching, and whose games were you trying to emulate every time you stepped out onto the rink? Because as a kid growing up, right, I didn't do this with hockey, but I did this with ball with my brothers, right? I was always Fernando Tatis. I was always Mark McGuire, right? Like stepping into the box, Edgar Renteria. Like, who were the guys that you were like looking up to, trying to mimic their game?
For sure. I mean, I'd say defensively, Alex Pietrangelo.
Okay.
He had that grittiness to him, as well as the offensive. Just the guy was one of the best two-way defensemen I think I've seen in my life. And then forward-wides, I'd say Pavel Datsyuk. I always wanted to be Pavel Datsyuk. I was never like him. But so fun to watch. I mean, so fun. I mean, he's the Magic Man. The things he would do we'll probably never see again in hockey. The guy was a world-class talent. So happy to see all the success he's had after retiring from the NHL. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Were you up watching all the USA games for the Olympics?
You have no clue.
Let's go.
I mean, that was talking to my boys, talking to everyone who lets me chat to them about the Olympic game, and I'm like, that second. Go ahead.
It was just electric. Yeah,
dude.
Like the whole time.
Just.
It's just I tell people, I'm like, second most fun sporting event I've ever watched. Obviously, got to put the Blues Stanley Cup 2019 at the top.
Yeah.
But I never thought there'd be anything that comes close to that, unless the Blues won another Stanley Cup. But that is, it's right under 2019 Cup. Phenomenal.
I'm still just still stoked watching reels and highlights.
Yeah.
And it's been almost a month now, and it's still we're still. That was such a great game, and the fact that they just did it against McDavid, McKinnon, and McCarr,
Yeah.
Well, and shout out to the NHL for doing 4 nations.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think that helped set an even bigger stage for the Olympics.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, great idea.
Because again, Canada comes out and beats us.
Right.
In the 4 nations.
Right. And we looked poised to win that game.
And we did.
Too.
Yeah, 100%, right? Sure. And honestly, watching that Canadian team, I was like, they've got us beat.
Well, when Sidney Crosby's third line center, you're like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna lose this tournament.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's a really good point. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a really good point. Yeah, that was great. I was up, man, hooping and hollering in the house at
Oh,
7
my
o'clock
God.
in the morning. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for the girlfriend. Sorry, babe. She's all right though. She loves the game. So growing up, man, you started playing at 4 years old. Where did you end up playing? Kind of as the ice kind of as you got older. Where were you playing? I know you kind of told a story about 18U, but what was kind of the path leading up to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start from the beginning. I was Afton American growing up. Played there up until about 12U. Then I made St. Louis AAA Blues. Played there for 2 years. Then went back to Afton. Played there. Played on the Central States team, so the AA team for 2 years. Then went back to the Blues. Played there for a year. At the same time, I was playing high school hockey, which was awesome. I love how they do high school hockey here in St. Louis. You get to play both club and you get to play high school. Not a lot of states you get that luxury.
That's
so
cool.
Be able to play in front of your friends and have all of your friends and student body cheering you on is something pretty special. Really thankful I got to do that. Then after my 16th year, I ended up not moving. I actually played in New Jersey, lived in St. Louis. I was playing high school hockey in St. Louis, and then on weekends we'd either go to New Jersey, Detroit, Chicago, or Pennsylvania. So how that would work is, how are we going to get there, right?
Yeah.
So I was playing, both me and my brother were doing this. My brother was a sophomore, I was a junior. So we'd get out of school Friday afternoon, hop in the car. We'd drive to wherever we were going that weekend. Like I said, it was either Detroit, Chicago, Pennsylvania, or New Jersey. Most weekends it was New Jersey because that's where we were from, so home games in New Jersey. We'd leave school, drive 14 hours straight to New Jersey. Sometimes we'd be taking a little nap in the hospital parking lot, Walmart parking lot, you name it. Wherever my mom was comfortable sleeping, that's where we were sleeping for a couple hours to get her some rest. Then we wake up in the morning, drive the rest of the way if we didn't get there overnight, play 1-2 games wherever we were playing, stay in the hotel, wake up the next morning, play our one game on Sunday, get in the car, drive right back to school for Monday morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a commitment.
I was gonna say I thought today the most insane comment was gonna be your 2 cheeseburgers before the game, but driving 14 hours like weekend after weekend,
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean that's amazing.
I don't feel nearly as bad now driving an hour once
Yeah.
a week to play
Yeah.
hockey like what I do. I'm gonna up that actually. I might, man, what that's wow, man. Shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
She sounds like a saint. Now at the time, man, did you realize were you able to realize, man, what this is a really cool opportunity, or was it just kind of like, hey, this is just kind of the norm? Because as kids and growing up, we kind of take things for granted.
Yeah,
we do, absolutely, right. And we can obviously look back and see, but were you seeing like, hey, I'm getting a chance to do something different?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's funny you asked that because for me, I feel like at that age I knew, hey, my goal wasn't to play in the NHL. So I think for me it was more of, hey, I'm just tagging along because my brother's doing this, so I'll go play with them. So my mom would tell you, I'll tell you, my dad would tell you too. It was all worth in the end because hey, my brother's now he's making money playing hockey, he's living every kid's dream. So I know that nobody in my family would change a thing on what we did. Whether it was crazy, that's a fact. It was crazy that we did that. But it paid off, My parents, they got to go see my brother play in 2 NHL games last year.
That's
so
awesome.
They got to have every parent's dream come true. So I know they were overwhelmed with joy, and as a brother, so was I.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's because I know that you've got some hockey players in your family.
Yeah.
So your younger brother, the one just underneath you,
Yeah.
So he plays. Then you have another brother that plays.
Yeah,
don't you?
I got another younger brother, Carter. So Chase is the year below me, and then Carter, he's actually playing up in Wisconsin right now. He's tearing it up too. Super happy for him. We actually went up and visited him a couple weeks ago. Got to see him play for the first time in 5 years, and it's something you never realize how special that is to get to see your siblings play. Because now that I'm done, I'm like, well, this is the closest I'm gonna get to living out my dream, So it's something super special. I'm super grateful to be able to get that chance to go watch both of them play.
That's really cool, man. That's awesome, man. That you have that attitude around it too, man.
For sure.
Did your parents play at all?
Yeah. So my dad was a heck of a hockey player. He played just high school hockey. Started out late, and then figured, hey, if I want 5 kids, better start working soon, right? And then my mom, she was a heck of a soccer player. So both my sisters growing up, and we all actually grew up playing soccer. But both my sisters played soccer growing up a lot more competitively than us boys. My mom played at UMSL for 4 years and coached a bunch too. And yeah, she was. I think both my parents being super athletic definitely helped us grow into not only the athletes, but the people.
100%, man. There's something about like being an athlete growing up that like it teaches you kind of like some discipline, some structure. I know that I needed that growing up, and I was kind of almost free childcare for my parents. Like, hey, we're just gonna throw you guys into sports. Like, hey, good, you get for 2 hours after school, you guys we're alone.
Right.
So yeah, definitely free childcare. Yeah. Man, that's really cool. So you're playing out in New Jersey, and then when did kind of like the ice kind of start to cool off a little bit, so to speak? Did you play college hockey, ice hockey anywhere?
Yeah. So after that year in New Jersey, I actually moved to New Jersey full time.
Okay.
Played juniors there. I was living with Billets. So have you heard of Billets?
Yep.
Yeah, so I lived with Billets, both great families. Played in New Jersey for 2 years, and then halfway through the second year, I kind of got that feeling that's like, hey, like I don't know if I love it anymore. Like, I don't know if I love it. Like, is this something I really want to do? Thought about it a lot. Like those were some dog days for sure. So I ended up saying, okay, well let's try it in a little different atmosphere. So I said, let's try Lindenwood. Lindenwood's a great ice hockey program, close to home. Let's go try this. So halfway through 2019 season, I transferred. Well, not transferred. I started at Lindenwood. Played for the D2 ACHA club team there for that second half of the season. Then we got hit with COVID. And then that was kind of like another, hit to me. I'm like, Jesus, like, got to go through this on top of, not really knowing if this is something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Another year, grinded it out. Ended up making the D1 club program. Played there for an entire year. And then after that season, I really thought about it all summer. And was talking to a couple of my good buddies, Chase Christopher. He's a good buddy of mine. He had been in my ear for years, telling me just to come play roller, and I was like, I don't know, like, because it comes down to, well, my parents put all this time and money into my ice career. Do I want to do that to them and throw it all away? And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I can't look at it that way. If I'm this unhappy playing ice hockey, like, is it really worth it? So I talked to both my parents, and they said, listen, you got to do what makes you happy. And then when I had that conversation with them, it was kind of like, okay, like I got their blessing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So ended up playing for John Hilke and Tommy Bruce over at Lindenwood Gold Team. Played there for a year. Won nationals. Was at that moment when we won nationals, I was like, okay, I made the right decision. Like I'm happy with everything. Worked out. I'm happy. It seems like everyone around me was happy for me, so I felt a lot better. Then I played D1 for the next 2 years. Ended up taking one national championship home with them, yeah, that's pretty much up to college from there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's and so throughout this, man, like, and wait till, like, I don't know, man, I want to honor, like, the man, I have to do this because my parents because I think my parents invested like so much of our lives, and I think we're kind of getting into like more like the mental health side, but like thinking that like I owe this because of what they did for me.
Yeah.
I owe this to them when I'm sure when you went to them with this and they were like, dude, you do what you want to do, man. Like, we love you no matter what. Like, I think that's just such a great lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would think that that's not on the forefront of a lot of people's decision-making process of what's been put into it already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a pretty mature decision that you
Yeah.
made with them.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But that's your game.
Yeah.
You're the general, and like even though you guys are the young bucks, you're still like just the leader, and everybody's definitely looking to you for the inspiration or like what's our, like you said, your mindset going into it and everything.
Yeah. Whether they should be, I don't know, but that's kind of how it is.
No, come on, you got to give yourself way more credit.
That's what I'm
than
saying,
that.
man. Yeah, dude. Well, that's one thing I do. What I love about like everybody that I've encountered in the roller community is like everybody's so humble, man. Like, and that's great. And man, it's really cool to see, man, because there's plenty of guys that walk around with egos and attitudes, and and it's like we don't got room for that, man.
Yeah.
Like that
Right.
that's almost kind of poison sometimes, man. So as far as so you switched over to roller, man.
Yeah.
How quickly did you like kind of fall in love with roller? Was it a process? Was it like
I mean, so I'd say my first year was tough. I'm coming from the Division I ice hockey team.
Yeah.
And then I get put on the gold team, which is the second team. So whether I wanted to admit I didn't have an ego or not, I did.
Sure.
Just like every kid, like I was on the top ice team, coming over to roller, I'm on the second team. I'm like, well, like, come on, like, what are we doing here? More I looked at it, it was okay. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So when that's set, I'm like, I knew my skating wasn't great. Like I was clearly an ice guy switching over to roller, clearly. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, like it's fine. Let's make do with what I have here. So I tried taking over as best as I could. Tried to be a leader, show the younger group of kids that I was playing with, like, hey, like we're winning every game by a lot, but let's remember our goal here. Our goal here is to win that final game.
yeah.
So I tried taking over leadership as a leadership role, and felt like that year taught me a lot as far as where I am today. Just humbling myself,
Yeah.
I was where I was supposed to be, whether I liked it or not. So let's do what I got to do to make that Division I team next year.
Yeah.
And after that, I really didn't turn back. Ended up, like I said, making the D1 team the next year, and won a national championship with those boys year after.
Yeah.
So
What's one thing that helped translate from ice to roller? Because obviously, completely different games. And you see this a lot with guys that switch from ice to roller. There is definitely a bit of a learning curve. For you and your experience, what is like one thing that was, okay, man, ice really did set me up
yeah.
for this in roller?
I would
If anything.
Yeah, I would say the two things are shots. And ice, that's what you're working on a lot. Like, guys in ice hockey take a lot of pride in their shots.
Yeah.
So growing up, I was shooting pucks every single day. Like, that's something I love doing. So coming over to roller hockey, I saw that was something ability I had that was a little bit better than other players. So I used that to my advantage and just shot the puck whenever I had the chance. That's the biggest thing. And then I would say it helps some people, it hurts some people, but how fast ice hockey is compared to how slow roller hockey is, I was able to see that difference and was able to slow myself down, realize that, hey, you have a lot more time to make decisions. You don't have to get rid of it in that half a second or 1 second that you would have in ice hockey. Take a second, look for the right play rather than you have to make this play or it's going to be a turnover. There's in roller hockey, you're going to have two plays rather than ice. You probably only have one right play.
Yeah.
So taking that aspect of slowing the game down definitely helped me.
Awesome. That's
Well, and to piggyback on that, like the vision that you get, I think from roller can also translate to your ice game, because then, like you're saying, you're making a quicker decision between which two plays you want to make from seeing the whole floor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great point too, man. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of parallels there that can help.
I got a quick story.
Yeah.
So I'm 14, and my aunt's stationed down in Biloxi, and the owner of Hockey Town was running tours for like Tony and all that. So he's running the tournament down there, and my family's like, hey, we're going to go down for the weekend. And I didn't have a team, but we're like, we'll show up, we'll see if anybody needs a guy. And we get down there, all the 14U teams are full. But there's this team they were the Columbus Snakes in that tournament, but it was actually like an ECHL team like Columbus Cottonmouths or something. So anyway, all ice guys, they're like, yeah, you can have a PTO. You can play first game with us. And I'm like, all right. And this is men's league, so I'm like, I'm nervous as all get out. I get out there, none of them could stop. They all just ran right into the wall. But what you said, we won the tournament like just so easily, because I'd just get them the puck, and then they'd shoot it back in the net, and then they'd run into the back wall, and they'd be laughing the whole time. The whole time. It was arguably the most fun I've ever had at a tournament.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool.
And they were like, some of them were like French Canadians or whatever, down trying to make their way up into the show. It was just a blast.
That's awesome.
That's cool, man. That's very cool. So, Connor, I know in playing against you, you have this great, really low shot that it's a tough one. How do you develop a shot like that? Is it, man, I'm just trying to shoot it because it's that, they always talk about that sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
Right below the glove, right above the pad. So, man, how do you train for that?
Yeah,
obviously a lot of shots.
Yeah, I would say a lot of it goes into where I played last year over in France. Their nets are about probably half a foot smaller.
Okay.
So in height wise, and so you can't really shoot high. The goalies are wearing bigger chest protectors over there, so there's really not corner. You can't really pick a corner unless it's an absolute snipe. But it's not as easy said than done. So I figured, okay, well, how am I going to score goals over here? How am I going to adjust? So what I did is rink was open pretty much 24/7. We had keys. So we had a Czech goalie who would love to take shots. Shout out Jakob. He's the man. And I just worked on it. I figured I got to find a good place to shoot. So right above the glove or blocker, right above the pad is the money spot. And Jakob, he hated it. He'd always ask me, "How do you shoot there?" I go, "Man, it's the only place that's open. Like I'm shooting there 10 times out of 10, so at least 4 of them got to go in. Some got to make their way in." And just really, really focused on that same spot every single time, and don't really change it now. Goalies are going to read it. Goalies are going to make the save most of the time. But those, if you're taking 5 shots a game, 1 might sneak in.
Yep.
And so if you put in the same spot every time, the goalie might know it's coming, but it's not an easy say to make, as you said.
It is not at all. Again, I can know that it's coming, and it's still because it's that release point too.
Yeah.
That release point will throw me off, and you're a guy that's played high level, man. You know how to use guys, the screens, the guys in front. You know how to do that, and it shows too. It's actually funny. So I do want to talk about your experience over in France. Actually, I know a guy. When I was living in Texas and playing in Arlington, I met a guy who now is playing Arnie. His name's Arnie.
No kidding.
Arnie Osuno.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I played with, he's actually in my phone, Arnie Hockey.
That's awesome.
From when I lived in Dallas in 2016.
Yeah.
I played on his team out in a league out there.
Yeah.
I was recently, because it's League Elite.
Yeah, League Elite.
And I was going through, and he kept popping up on people you may know, and I was like, yeah, holy shit, he played okay, man. I was like, wow, that's really cool. So you played in France.
Yeah.
So man, I'm really curious to hear how did that come about? Is that something where like they approach you, you approach them? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it was definitely something I never thought of doing.
Yeah.
Even I feel like going over there was when I really started to get a lot more into roller hockey. So 2 years ago, I'm playing at State Wars. I have a couple teams reach out to me. Hey, do you have any interest in coming over here? First team, I'm like, hey, let me think about it. And he said, okay, I'll give you 1 week. I'm like, okay, thanks. Let me give you an answer in a week for my next 8 months moving across the world. Like,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
So I ended up saying, hey, a week's not enough time. He's like, okay, we'll find somebody else. I'm like, okay, great, that's fine. Didn't really think of it. Then at the end of State Wars, I got another text from another team. Sebastian Reyna, who was my coach last year, texted me saying, hey, I thought you looked really good at State Wars. Would you have any interest in coming out? I go, let me, I've already been talking to my girlfriend, my family about it. Like, give me a couple weeks to think about it. I'll get back to you. I swear he texts me probably every day. Like, you have an answer, you have an answer. I'm like, no, Seb, like, I don't, like, give me some time, please, please. So obviously it's a big decision, right? You know, I was dating my girlfriend. We were 2 years at that point. So I'm like, this is a big decision for me to leave her. And then also leave my family. And, being fresh out of college, you want to get a job, you want to start in the real world. And then again, you think about it, it's like, okay, this is a special opportunity. I'm only going to be young once. I'm not going to be able to go over and play roller hockey in France at 40 or 50 years old, whether I probably wouldn't be retired by then, but that's what I'm going with that is I'm in decent shape now. I can play hockey still. I can still skate, still move. Let's do it. And so got the okay from everyone. Wasn't everyone's favorite answer that I was saying, yeah.
Oh, it was mine. I was instantly like, you're only young once.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well go now before you actually get into your career.
Right.
Yeah.
That way you're not interrupting it. You're not truly missing out. And it's a once in a lifetime. And I was like, and if you like it, you get to stay. And if you don't, you get to come back and then start it.
Yeah, no doubt. So I ended up texting Sebastian, hey, I'm in. And then from there it was, okay, book a flight. Or send me a flight you want, we'll buy it. Send me your jersey size, send me your number, send me all of this, send me your t-shirt, shorts, you name it. And everything just kind of came together. I was on a flight 2 weeks later going to France. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Living the dream.
I fortunately had one more United States player, Eric Wakefield, over there. He had played the year prior for Valence. So I was texting him a little bit, getting, the kind of feel of what to expect. And he said, hey, it's a great city, great group of guys. Most of them speak English, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. Obviously, it was one of my concerns,
Sure. Oh,
You're going to
yeah.
a different country, they don't speak your language. Like, how do you communicate? How do you buy a McDonald's burger or McNuggets? It's like...
You're over there just pointing.
Yeah, exactly.
I went bad.
Yeah, so he settled me down a little bit. But I'll say, he told me the first day, he goes, get through the first 2 weeks. He goes, it's going to suck. He wasn't wrong. First 2 weeks sucked. It was tough. Between sleeping schedule, language barrier, and culture, you name it, it was a rough 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The only thing I had that was nice was roller hockey, I was able to play roller. That was I always call roller hockey, ice hockey, my mental yoga.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the times where I wasn't thinking about anything else, just thinking about roller hockey. Got through those first 2 weeks. Oh, it was the best after that. I mean, it was the best. I grew super close with all of those guys. We had a really, really young team. Our average age, I'll tell you, it was probably 19.
Wow.
So it was definitely one of our struggles with being so young and inexperienced. We didn't have the greatest season, but, I wasn't over there. I can say I wasn't over there to win some hockey games because that was the goal. But I was over there for the experience.
Yeah.
And those guys, the city of Valence, the club, they all made that experience so enjoyable for me. Forever grateful for that experience, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. But yeah, it was. I tell all my friends that are still playing roller hockey, whether they're in college, or kind of in that state of what am I going to do, go over there, play a year, enjoy that, get the experience out of the way, then come back. Job will be waiting for you.
That's great advice. Why do it?
Yeah.
You know, I think so many people, and again, man, but like social pressures. You know, go to school, get the degree, get a job, get in the rat race. Like, no, man. Like, if you have an opportunity, like, take that opportunity. You're gonna look back on that. What part of France was this in?
So Valence, it is it's a smaller city. It's about an hour away from Lyon. So it goes. We always explain is Paris is here, 4
Okay.
hours from Valence. Lyon, second/third biggest city in France, is about 2 hours south of Paris, and then we're about probably an hour and a half away from Lyon, pretty much in a straight line too.
Okay.
And then if you're familiar with France, Marseille is about another hour and a half south. Yeah, we're pretty much in a straight line. The way communities are set up over there is so neat. You know, everything's in a city. You can walk everywhere. Like literally, we didn't have a car and you didn't miss it.
Yeah.
You know, we walked everywhere, or you put the skates on.
Yeah,
we were around the
yeah,
city.
yeah.
It was pretty neat. So
That's cool. That's really cool. So not only did you get to go over there and play hockey, but you got to go over and experience a different culture. I got to grow up. I grew up in England for a little bit growing up, and like just experiencing a different culture and then being able to come home, man. I think everybody should do it. Everybody should get a chance. And you just so happen to get to go play hockey.
yeah.
So roller hockey over there, clearly big enough to have,
Yeah.
you know, pro teams. You know, they're bringing in guys from the United States to play.
Yeah. The way their roller hockey is set up, it's honestly an art. You know, I always tell people you can drive 30 minutes anywhere in France, and you're going to run into a roller hockey rink
Really?
and roller hockey club.
That's so
it's all
cool.
it's all city funded. So like over here, you know, hey, you want to play in a tournament, 4-game guarantee, it's going to be $150, $200 each.
Yep.
Over there, you're signing up for the for an entire season, so that's whatever it is, 20 games, 1 to 2 practices a week. Hey, it's 150 euros.
Wow.
Because it's city funded, so you're pretty much just paying for the refs, and that's pretty much it. So they really do have it down to an art. They take care of their athletics over there. That's the best way to put it. And they take a lot of pride. I mean, Valence as a club, they were awesome. I mean, we'd have 150 to 1,000 fans every
That's
Saturday
cool.
night cheering us on, and we weren't winning. So you know, they were coming to watch. They were coming to watch our games because they wanted to see us succeed. You know, they wanted to come out and see if we could surprise them and pull a win out. You know, it's unfortunate we couldn't do that for the fans, but you know, they're in the second league this year, and I got a feeling they're going to make their way back to the elite league and you know, really prove the entire league elite that they do indeed belong, because they do. That club deserves it. The city deserves it. The fans deserve it.
What was your highlight of the season?
There's a lot.
Great question.
There's a lot. So I'll start with probably my favorite, which was the French Cup. So the French Cup is there's probably, I don't even know, probably 300 adult teams.
Wow.
In across France.
Yeah.
So it starts off, the lower divisions play against each other, kind of break it down. The elite teams start in round of 64, I believe. Someone might have to fact check me on that. So you play a game.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you know, we'll see what the comments
Yeah.
are. You know,
Yeah, the internet will tell us
keyboard
if we're
warriors.
wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. Use your one for Google search today. Anyway, so we ended up round of 64. We won. You play about French Cup once. I think it's November hits. You play about one French Cup game a month, leading up until I believe it's actually this weekend. The French Cup game is this weekend.
Wow.
So we played, I think, 4 French Cup games. We ended up making to the actual French Cup, which is the Coupe de France. So there's 4 final teams left. They were all elite teams, and it's at a rink called the Carpentier. And let me tell you, you really felt like
The best.
We're back at it. Little technical difficulties, all good. So we were talking about your experience over in France, right? And how it's all set up, and how there's the French Cup.
Yeah.
And when you go to the French Cup, that's when you feel like you're a pro.
Yeah. I mean, there were, I want to
Keep
say,
talking.
yeah, so I want to say there was probably 3,000 to 4,000 people at this game.
Wow.
I mean, it feels, it's the most legit I've ever felt in roller hockey. I mean, ever. Obviously, you know, you got that many people watching you, and it's loud. Like, it is, you score a goal, whether it's either team. I mean, the people were going nuts because half the people there, you know, they were there to watch. You know, they know it's one of the top games of the season. So people just wanted to watch, and to experience something like that, especially when you know it's once a year, 4 teams make it. A lot of guys that are imports don't get to experience that. So I felt really grateful that my team, Valence, we got to get that opportunity, especially with all the guys, like I said, we're so young. And, you know, we saw a couple side story here is we had one kid on my team, Alex Monteclair, heck of a hockey player.
Heck of a last name for a
Yeah,
hockey
right,
player. That
right.
makes sense.
So when he was 12, he played in the French Cup, like the youth division, and he had photos with a couple of guys we were playing against. As, like, you know, he was a fan. He looked up to these guys. Yeah. I believe he ended up taking a photo with the same guys after the fact of the game. So it's pretty neat that, you know, it all goes out around in a circle. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's something special. I know over there in France, you know, that's a rare opportunity for those kids. So I know it was special to me, but I know how special it was to those guys to get to play in something like that. That I would say that's my number one experience. Number 2 is probably the All-Star game, which is another, I mean, ton of fans. It's imports versus Team France. And
nice.
Funniest thing, though, about it was you think that we'd be getting booed, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're playing against
Right,
France.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they were cheering for us, too. Like, they just wanted to see.
They just love good hockey.
Just good, yeah.
Like you thought that when we'd score, I mean, we beat them both games, but they were both pretty. The one game was pretty close. But yeah, they were. You know, after the game, they're all coming up to you for pictures, autographs, you name it. I'm like, am I really playing roller hockey right now?
Yeah.
Like, you're asking me for an autograph?
Right.
Like, scribble something random. I'm like, yeah, sure.
No
Like,
problem.
I don't know how to sign an autograph. I never thought I'd be someone asked me for an autograph, but sure, I'll act like I'm signing it. But yeah, I mean, that stuff is super cool, and like it makes you feel good. Like, it does. And they took such great care of us for both events, the French Cup and the All-Star game. It's just something I felt super grateful to be a part of, both of those events.
Did you go back to your room and start practicing after that?
I didn't, because I knew that'd be the last one I never signed. So I figured there's no point. But yeah,
You heard it here, folks, ladies. If you guys see Connor out and about, ask him for his autograph.
please don't
It'll be better than the last one he signed.
try.
Next time he comes on, he's going to be like, guys, screw you. I've had to sign so many autographs, man. I'm done with this. No, I'm going to call him to come on again, and he's
Hey.
going to go, no, guys, I'm not coming on again. I signed too many autographs.
Hey,
No,
We're
man.
getting fan mail. I
No, now,
gotta get a PO box now.
hey, all the kids, instead of taking a shift on blast, are now like bringing them a marker and a hat. Coach, will you sign my hat?
Buddy, it's worth nothing now. Your hat was worth $25 because you bought it for that. Now
Right.
it's worth 0.
You probably got to give it away on Marketplace
You can't even
Yeah, you can't
resell
even
this
give it-
thing,
or
man.
a yard sale.
Oh,
that's
man.
funny. Other than that, I mean, I'd say another great experience. Just every home game. You know, like
Yeah.
I said, our club, they always showed up. They always made it enjoyable. After games, you go into the they call it the VIP party room. They'd have food, drinks for you. A bunch of the sponsors would show up, just talk to you. And then I'd say one thing that I don't want to go left unsaid about playing over in France was the people I got to meet over there. You know, I would get a lot of crap for not knowing their language, and I get it. You know, it's
Right.
Sure.
I tried. I will always say I think they respected me that I tried. Whether I sounded like a big idiot or not, they could tell that I was trying to learn their language and
Yeah.
trying to communicate. Because you'd be shocked on how many people do actually speak English and you're able to actually communicate with. But the people that didn't speak English, you know, I think that they appreciated me, you know, trying to hold a conversation with them. My coach, especially Seb, he really was trying to learn English just so he could probably yell at me and tell me not to do stuff. But he's a great guy. And like I said, I know they'll be back. I know they'll be back in elite and win some games in the future in the top league over there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that chapter, you know, comes to an end.
Yeah.
Now, did you have the option to go back?
Yeah. I feel like I get a text from Seb about every other month.
Are you sure?
Connor, can you please come back? Like, Seb, yeah, I got a big boy job now. I got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
But you know, my goal is to make it for when I say goodbye to all my teammates and all the people I met over there, to not have that be an actual goodbye, and you know, at some point go back over and hang out with those guys again. And you know, I always tell them whenever we chat every now and then, hey, invite's always open. If you want to come visit over here, my door will always be open. So I hope they take me up on that too.
Dude, have them jump in a Wednesday night jazz
That's what I'm
game,
saying.
man.
They know it too.
Man.
Let's go,
They know
man.
it.
God, that'd be
League would
that would
freak
be
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love that,
Yeah.
man. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Now, do a lot of them play State Wars?
Yeah, so a lot of them.
That's good. Yeah, good question. I
Yeah,
never thought about
a lot
that.
of them really want to, but it comes down to, you know, for us to go over there, the clubs are paying for it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's so different compared to how things work over there and how things work over here. You
Yeah.
know, you don't have a lot of teams that are going to pay for a guy from France, Italy, or Spain to come all the way over here,
Yeah.
shack you up in a hotel for the weekend or week or whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, some guys definitely
they-
want to come here and, you know, on their own dime, make a vacation out of it. You know,
Yeah.
play a weekend and then go explore for a
Well,
little
do
bit.
they play with Team France? The majority of them?
Yeah, if they're going to
I was going to say, because they're pretty much a staple now in the
I hope so.
pro league, or at least they have been the last couple years.
Yeah. Like I hope they come back and you know, play again. I know they didn't last year, but the year before they did.
Yeah.
I hope they do because you know they those guys can play hockey over there. They're really
fast.
good, really skilled, really fast, and it's fun playing against them. You know.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of pride in it too. You know, they're wearing their country's colors, coming over here to prove, you know, the big bad Americans that they can hang, and they can hang. You know, they prove it at every World Championships where it's best on best nations, and they prove it that they can hang. So I hope they come back over here, you know, sometime soon, and I could just get to see a couple familiar faces.
Yeah. Man, that's really cool, man. That'd be fun to like just jump on the rink with those guys, man, and just see, you know, because like I'm all for just playing anybody better than me, so that then I can get better,
Right.
because that's gonna make me. So that'd be really cool, and yeah, man, there'd be some people that were pretty butthurt if those guys stepped out on the floor on a Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
They'd be like, that's an illegal sub.
Roster check.
Roster check, man.
Oh, my God.
Second game of the session, and they're
Yeah.
roster checking. Hey, buddy, it's not playoffs. They can play whoever wants to play.
Yeah.
Well, man, hey, you know, hopefully, man, the goal, it'd be really cool to, like, dude, get Chirps and Bearings big enough to where, like, hey, man, yeah, you want to bring a couple guys over, dude? Yeah, I'll pay for them. Come on over, guys. Let's go. You guys want to put together a state wars team? Come on. Yeah,
Right
come on
on.
over. Let's go, guys.
Put that on the
I'm going to
vision
be a
board.
net,
Yeah.
so I may be the weakest link, but still, come on over because it was my idea.
I'll be right there with you.
Dude, and you're in with me, man, of course. So you come back, man, and now obviously, you know, you're in the community, man. I saw you. I was here Sunday morning getting ready to record, man. I saw you out here with the kids, you know, and you and I had a phone conversation kind of leading up to this, and, you know, you had kind of made the comment about, like, man, if I could choose between coaching and playing, you would want to coach, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about what coaching means to you to kind of pass along the game.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I had so many good coaches, and you know, the list is too long to start naming them. I'll be leaving guys out that deserve to be have their name shouted out. So I'll just say that I had phenomenal coaches growing up. I will shout out our RB, Ron Bielstein. He
None better.
Yeah, none better. The guy is roller hockey staple. I mean, he has taught me pretty much everything I need to know about roller hockey and what it takes to build a winning team. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And if it's a surprise to you, guess who's on our bench for the Card Shield Blast? Rodney Bielstein.
Yeah.
So moving on from that, as far as myself coaching, I just want to be the person that these kids are looking up to and teach them what I've been taught. Just pass it down, give back to the sport I love, as well as I take so much pride in wearing the Card Shield Blast logo that I want to make it a bigger than what it is. And we're already the biggest roller hockey program in probably the world.
Yeah.
So to be a part of something like that, it feels so special to me. And I know guys like Rob, Nick, JP, Donnie, they put so much time and effort into growing the program. I just want to be a part of that.
Yep.
And so whatever I can do, wherever I can help, I try to pick up the slack here and there. And then just being on the floor. I love every bit of it. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
I am always impressed every summer how Rob and Donnie divide up the 75 games or whatever that they coach over the 3-4 different rinks that they got to be at. And they got like spreadsheets of which divisions and which rinks each team's playing on. And it's a mad science, but like the fact that they just give back to the game that way is impressive.
You got to have a passion.
Yeah.
To do that, right? Like, because Card Shield, it's where what's the age group that it starts at?
We have 6U kids.
I was gonna say
6U kids all the way up to the pro division.
2 pro teams.
2 pro teams.
Well, and 55s and 45s,
You name it.
Like every division, you're probably looking at a Card Shield team being at the top of the division.
Yeah. Man, yeah, that's a powerhouse, man.
Yeah,
that is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
It takes a passion to want to do that and to keep up with all that. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
No, it's insane. Every time I'm like, I don't envy you at all. When Rob's like, yeah, I did 90 games this weekend or 90 games over the 10-day stretch, and it's like, yeah, I'm good with my 3 that I play, and I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say that I'll backpack a little bit on to what I was saying is I started helping coach out. It was 3 summers ago, just out of the blue. I actually started out because I was playing for St. Louis Chaos, and both of my brothers were playing for Card Shield. And I kind of just tag along. I'm like, well, I'm stuck at the rink. I might as well just help, watch the guys and stay on the bench and help JP. And so when I started doing that, I kind of saw hey, I enjoy this. I enjoy being on the bench, and it kind of when I had that experience, it was kind of like, okay, well, I'm having fun through these players, seeing the joy and the fun that they're having out in the rink just makes it fun for me, especially when the game's competitive. You make a coaching decision here or there where it leads to a goal or it leads to a big defensive play. It's like, dang, I feel like I did something. I feel like I had an impact in that. Whether I did or didn't, the kid's probably like, you didn't do anything. I was doing that. But no, that's the fun of it. It's when you draw up a play and it works and you score a goal. Whether it's for the round robin and it's the sixth goal or it's the championship OT goal. It's something I love doing, and I hope I can do it for a while.
That's really cool, man. That's there's an aspect of service to that is being there for other people. One, it helps me get out of my own self, and also too, it gives me a sense of fulfillment and purpose if I get to pass something along. And I think that if more people kind of viewed life as hey, where can I go be of service? I have these skills. Right, you have this set of skills that has been crafted over your lifetime that clearly have taken you places. What a huge turnaround to say, I want to give these back.
Yeah.
Well, it's also just rewarding. Mine's slightly lesser scale, but to see the kids go from learn to play, and then all of a sudden they're making a difference in the house leagues. And I've been here now. October it'll be 4 years or whatnot, and some of those kids were 6 and 8, and now all of a sudden they're starting to roll, and make a difference on not only the blast teams, but like every Friday or Saturday whenever they're playing.
Yeah.
And it's just, like you said, it's just rewarding.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of joy than what you get from playing.
It is.
It's really interesting because, like, honestly, like, I'm afraid of the day where, like, I can't compete like that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, now I'm not there, so I need to slowly reel it back in a little bit, Alex.
Yeah.
But, coaching or this podcast, like, making a difference in the community, and that is something that means a lot to me in my own kind of purpose and own path. So it's definitely an option, man. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
That's really cool. Now, do you and your brothers get to ever play together?
Yeah. So fortunately, we get to play in the summer together. So last year we all three played together. Actually, the past couple years, this will probably be one of those years where we don't all three get to play together. But those those times are fun. But it's a lot of me going like this.
Oh, you're the wrangler. You're the wrangler.
No, I'm the hey guys, let's shut the fuck up and play hockey,
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but yeah, it's like, hey, like, we're here to have fun. Like, let's just play hockey,
Yeah.
But no, it's that's special.
That's
that
cool.
though they probably don't feel the same way I do about it. But those moments where we all three get to play together are super special to me.
Yeah.
So.
We'll have to somehow edit in the live barn footage.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh,
The helmet
yes,
gate?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can give me the footage,
Dude.
I can thread it in.
It's-
100%.
Yeah. Yes.
Pair it in, and I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
So this is, God, people, I'll be just sitting at the rink, whether it's a Wednesday at All American or it's State Wars at Troy, Michigan, and people come to me like, "Hey, was it you and your brothers that broke that guy's helmet in Palma?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, dude, that's one of the funniest things ever. I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny, but like, it's kind of stupid." But it's fun. It's funny because with the backstory and everything, like it makes sense. But it's just funny that if people are like, "Did you guys coordinate that?" It's like, no, it just happened.
Did you pick up the helmet?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So here, I'll start from the top. So we're playing, this is when we were adult AAA. We were kind of growing into the pro team that we are today. So we were going through, the gauntlet and men's AAA. So we're playing Palma, Silver Knights, heck of a team.
Yep.
They would compete with pro teams.
Mm-hmm.
Great team. Anyway, so my littlest brother, Carter, who's probably the fieriest one out of all of us three, he gets slew-footed or cross-checked or something into the boards, doesn't see it coming. So he gets up, seeing red, puts this guy in a headlock, takes his helmet off. I'm right there. I'm holding someone else back. And I nonchalantly pick his helmet up with my stick, go like this. I don't know who I'm giving it to. I just pick his helmet up with my stick, go like this. And my brother Chase is on the bench. And he takes his helmet, puts it on the ground, and
Just started curb stomping it. Just,
and just throws it onto the floor. Gets reviewed. Obviously, they're throwing a big fit because they're these special silver helmets. Yeah, and then he throws on the floor. He gets suspended. I think it was 1 game. Probably deserved.
Worth it.
Not trying to cause any fire, but
Sure.
yeah, probably worth it. My brother's getting slew-footed.
Yeah.
I don't really care what happens after that.
Yeah.
I think my littlest brother Carter probably had it after putting the guy in the headlock after, but I guess a little extra shenanigans.
Dude, it was like right under the camera too.
Yeah,
So
like,
it was just the way you nonchalantly, and like the fact that Chase was at the end of the bench when you did it was
Yeah.
it couldn't have been more perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one, guys. You'll love it.
Yeah, I'd love to see the video. And that reminds me of a video. There's a video of Kojo out there at Queenie, I think. There's a big scrum. He basically, helmet comes off. He takes the helmet and just launches it.
Yeah.
And I've seen, and I mean, dude, I've seen guys get sticks thrown out of the rink before. Like, that's
Yeah.
funny though, man. A family affair.
Yeah, no
Watch
kidding.
out for when the Bradleys come into town.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're gonna beat you up and beat you on the
Yeah,
floor.
right. Exactly.
Yes.
Damn, man. Did you guys win that game?
Yeah, we didn't win. We won that. We ended up winning the tournament.
Oh, wow,
That's
that's
actually
awesome.
so. Funny enough, that was our punishment from the year before because we did awful in pro, so we got sent back down to men's AAA, and we said, hey, we're not doing this again. Like, we don't, like, it was pretty much our statement, like, hey, like, we don't belong here. Like, let's win this, let's get out of here, and let's never turn back.
Yeah.
And, you know, ever since then, we haven't turned back. We've only taken steps forward.
Steps forward, man. Hey, every once in a while, someone's got to get a broken helmet.
I guess so.
Hey, you know, it is what it is,
Just don't mess
man.
with the Bradleys.
Just don't mess with the Bradleys, man. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't watch out for them, okay?
Right.
Man. Well, man, this is a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. So obviously, you're doing Car Shield this summer, right? Now, are you helping run the team?
Yeah. So, you know, it does usually feels like just about everything comes through me. I'm usually sending texts out, coordinating jerseys, coordinating water bottles, pucks. This is who's on. It's pretty much everything. I get help when I ask, but myself, I don't really like asking for help, so I really can't blame anybody other than myself, you know.
Bullet, if you're listening.
No, Bullet does help a lot. Bullet fills up the waters, brings us the
he's
pucks.
a dog.
Yeah, Bullet's the man. But yeah, I mean, I've put the team together the past 3-4 years now. So yeah, this will be our 5th year together as like our core group. But we're always adding guys here and there.
That's awesome.
But our core group is stay together for the most part.
That's
and,
awesome.
We hope to keep it that way too.
Yeah. And so now, what tournaments are you guys playing in?
So this year we'll be playing in tours for sure.
Okay.
State wars for sure. We're gonna try to get a squad together, go to Narch, but it's a numbers thing, you know.
Gotcha.
Those tournaments fall so close together, so it's tough to make all three, especially when guys are getting older, working, family stuff like that. You know, family vacations. So yeah, for sure tours, for sure state wars, and fingers crossed we get to go to Narch. You know, who's it like going to California and playing at that Irvine facility they have out there?
Very true. That's very true, man. Well, man, if you guys need some hype guys, you know, just big locker room guys, Ian and I, let us know.
Yeah, right on.
That's all we need. We don't need to see you 4 time. What's that?
Easy on the big part with me, you know. But yeah, I'll be a hype guy.
Hype guy. Personality big.
And then I'll throw this out there too, man. We got a championship to defend in November.
That's right, we do.
Okay, so
Got to be the same squad too.
it's got to be the same squad.
Has to be.
It's got to be. It can't be
So
anything else.
we'll get the band back together.
Let's go.
For sure.
Let's go. I'm in. Awesome. Well, Connor, man, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Yeah. Ian, you got any other questions?
No. I mean, this was a fun conversation. I feel like we could sit here all day.
Oh, dude, we
we
could keep going. Well, the cool thing about this is like, hey, man, now you get to come on whenever you want. Right? Like, hey, if you ever have something that you want to talk about or bring up, dude, hit me up. Hey, Kaiser, when can I want to come on? Yep, no problem. So, man, thank you again, man, Connor. We really appreciate it. And thanks, guys, so much for joining us. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead, go share this episode. Leave a comment. You know, let us know what you like best or what other questions that you guys have for some of the guests we have. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys. Oh, that was fun, boys.
Appreciate that.